Hi there, it's Chelle. Clint is napping. Oh, he's hurting so bad today. So anyways, I'll get into more of that later. But this is the new quilt block of the month that he received, which is so fun. So he wanted me to share that with you guys. And there are the fabrics. So pretty. Love them. So that was his quilt block of the month that I got him for Christmas. And then Miss Leslie sent him some more birthday gifts. And Leslie, he loves these so much. Every time I look over, he is looking at them. But he's like, please tell her thank you. He is, yeah, he's not doing well. This one is huge. He carried it from the post office. He's like, I didn't think I could make it home. 591, 92 pages. But yeah, anything that you could think about is in this book. So that was fun, Leslie. He loved it. He was really surprised. So I didn't tell him, you know, after he got the first book, I didn't tell him, oh yeah, she's got more, but just kept my mouth shut. So he's really thankful, and he loves you guys. And thank you again, Leslie, for thinking of him for his birthday. But look at these. I mean, beautiful things. He loves things like this. And he doesn't have any of these books, which is surprising, but it's awesome too. This one has about 450 pages. But yeah, all different things. Shows you how to tie, how to embroidery, things like that. So thank you, Leslie. You're so sweet. Such a sweetheart. She's one of our subscribers. And Spools is Rotten. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is we're going to start a start to finish journal. And I did have another TN that I wanted to complete, but Clint is doing the cover on it. I needed my thing. I'll be right back. So yeah, he, man, that's sticky. But Clint is working on the cover for this other TN that I already have all the papers and stuff for. And we put up our hot water heater the other day. And he pretty much hasn't been able to recover from that yet. So, just that, I tell you, the last few days have just been a headache. I had an unhappy customer, but I dealt with that. And then I had, I'm not going to talk about that, but then I had, sorry, there's hair and it's slick, and, but yeah, we put in the hot water heater, because, you know, we didn't, okay, love you. We didn't have hot water for over a week, and man, it about killed both of us. I feel much better today than I did yesterday. We put it in on Thursday. It took about 3 or 4 hours to put it together, and I wrote my friend and I'm like, I have good news and bad news. And she's like, what's the good and bad news? So I said, well, we got it in, and it was working. Then I walked into the kitchen. I heard a hissing. I walked into the kitchen, and one of the little connectors, the water connectors, had busted, and so water was spraying all over my kitchen. The good news was I didn't need any water to mop the floor. I mean, yeah. The bad news is we weren't going to have any water because it was the water that goes to the house. So Clint went and had to run up town 10 miles. He called first to see if they had something, and had to get that, and it was just like, oh, what else could go wrong? But man, and but I've been chatting with one of my subscribers. She's a really sweet lady. Hi, Lorette. I chat to several of you guys, and she brightens my day. But yeah, so we're going to use this, I think, is what I decided next. And this, because I love this. So I'm going to tell you what I did, and then I'll talk some more. But I put the shiny stuff, which is what, sateen or satin or whatever. It's this stuff. You can melt it, make flowers. I had a blue, but it was more of a turquoise. And I'm pretty sure that's the right side. And so I went ahead and went with the cream, because I think that is going to go better with this. I'm going to trim this down. I think Lisette sent this to me. I'm not 100% sure. But if you sent it to me and it wasn't Lisette, then let me know. Lisette sends me so much fabric that she just keeps me in stock. So thank you, Lisette. We love you and the girls and your hubby, even though we don't know him. But we know he watches. Alright. But yeah, it was, sorry, the cat's playing in the background. Today's just a ramble session while I put this together. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But we did get our hot water heater hooked up. There's still one other thing we need to hook up, but it's working out just fine right now. So this is the stamp kit that I'm going to use, or the paper kit. The papers is New England scrapbooking paper, and I love these blues and stuff in here. So it's going to be a blue journal, which will be really fun. And I just thought I'd bring you guys along. And this kind of has like a hint of purple in it, but I think that'll work just fine. I'm not that concerned about it. And then I'm going to put this on top. This was an old tablecloth, is what Lorette said. I mean, Lizette. Ugh, my brain's not working. And what I'm going to do is just make sure it's long enough to go over. I'll just trim it down. And then, you know, if I need to, I can cut it a little bit further. But it's a handmade tablecloth, and she said it was destroyed. So she cut up, but she said it was so big she wanted to share part with me. Thank you, Lisette. So yeah, it's just, I've been really scattered. Yesterday I was hurting so bad, but I did put up the design team video. But isn't that pretty? I'm loving this already. I did put up the design team journal, and it sold in just a couple of minutes. And like I said, we're still working on a TN that I have ready to go for the most part, but Clint needs to finish the cover. And he said, I feel like crying, which means it's really, really bad, because he doesn't do that. So yeah, just one of those type things going on. Last night I almost burnt the house down. I was cooking, and we had a paper plate with some paper towels on it. Actually, I'm going to move this down a little bit. With some paper towels on it, and I look over, and the paper towels were on fire. So I ran that over to the sink, and then we I got another paper towel and promptly set that one on fire too. Clint's like, really, hun? I'm like, honey, and then I'm like, never mind, I got it. Honey, never mind, I got it. And then he had to remind me that, hey, you're cooking on the stove, so that I wouldn't burn dinner. I told him, honey, I think I'm tired. So it took a lot out of us, and I had a subby say, well, she always gets help with things like that, or why didn't we get help? We would have if, the virus and stuff wasn't going on, but even to have somebody in your house, it's just not a good time for that right now. So we didn't even think about having anyone because, you know, you just got to stay away from everyone right now. I do have a couple of nieces that probably would have happily came to help us out, but like I said, because of the virus and everything, it just wasn't meant to be. So yeah, we're going to have to suffer the consequences. The good thing is we do have water, hot water now. My brother wrote me yesterday and he's like, so are you still loving having hot water? I'm thinking, what? Of course I'm loving having hot water. What kind of question is that? But yeah, it was just... So that's what's been going on around here. And then like Tuesday, you know, we had some jobs that we had to do. I think I'm going to put this like this because it has like the edges right there, and I think that would be kind of pretty hanging off the front of the cover. And then those I'll cut down. But let me go ahead and kind of turn this. But yeah, it was just like it was just a rough time. And I'm back, but like I said, Clint is really hurting. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this over. One thing I did not do was put in like a tie. So I'm gonna have to sew a tie on this one, which, you know, is fine because it's going to give me something a little bit different. So I'm not too worried about that. Thinking about trimming this one flush and then wrapping this around like that. I think that would look nice. What I used is some bowl material. We get ours, I think it's from Temtex. T-E-X. It's a stabilizer. It's like a really big, strong, thick stabilizer piece. People use it for fabric bowls, anything you want to, you know, keep stiff when you are sewing and like give it some stability. And we just love using that. Clint probably would have done this for me, but like I said, he just wasn't feeling good. So I told him I can do it. And then I was cutting things crooked and he was just looking at me. You guys that know Clint knows he does not like crooked. So it's a little bit harder to trim than you would think. But yeah, the weather's been nice. It has been really windy here, but the weather's been nice. And I know this year, like for Easter, is going to be so crazy. I was talking to my friend and she's like, you know, no one's coming over, no family, no grandkids, nothing. And you know, it's got to be a hard year for everyone. The only thing I, you know, can say is it's going to be a unique year, you know. Remember that time when nobody could see each other, and hopefully we have a lot of people, you know, exercising that because of things that are going on. We don't have a lot of cases in our area, but we have 12, and 12 is 12 too many. So we are just kind of staying safe, wearing our masks, not going to the grocery store. We got enough stuff so we don't have to go to the grocery store for a while. So I think that's good. So what I'm going to do, I think, is fold it over like that and then just tack it. And this will be on the inside. So see how I want to do that. But yeah, it's just been, you know, it's just been that kind of day, that kind of weekend, I guess, already. Even though that was on Friday. Things just going crazy. But I must have been really tired because I could not keep things from burning. I just stood there and laughed because that's what I do. Lorette said, I cried I don't cry really, I laugh. Which, you know, I've had issues with people. They're like, you're not taking this seriously because you're not upset. I'm upset, I'm just laughing about it. Leave me alone. I don't cry. I think the last time I cried was when I was thinking about my mom. You know, she passed away 4 years ago now, and that was some of the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. We are just trying to stay interested in trying to stay, what am I thinking? You guys know what I'm thinking. I don't know. Stay busy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry we haven't got, you know, a lot of videos up. We ended up, like I said, we went and did all those locates. And then I did that one the other day before, oh, my little guy's sneezing. Sorry, guys. But we went and did, you know, a couple of locates, and one of the men, he was, I think, 82 or something, and he wanted to shake Clint's hand, you know, and Clint's like, I'm sorry, I would shake her hand, but it's just not a good time. And then, of course, they were talking about how, you know, we go down to our post office because it's literally less than 2 minutes away. And we went, some of the people, they're like, I don't care if I get it, you know, if I die, I know where I'm going. Well, that's not the issue. The issue is giving it to your grandkids and your sister, and it's not even the issue of getting it. It's, are they going to be able to treat you or treat your grandbabies if you get it, you know, if they get it. So, I don't know. It's just, but that man, he was really understanding, you know. Some of the other ones, I think, you know, they're not. They're acting like, you know, they're still not taking precautions, and I've heard that all over. My friend, I felt so bad. Her husband was, her husband is an essential. He's kind of does the same type of things that we do as far as work, and like their phone went down or something, and he had to get to a pole, but he had to walk through people's houses. And, you know, that's scary right now. It's terrifying because, you know, like I said, it's not necessarily getting it, but giving it to your loved ones. And, you know, walking into strangers' houses is kind of taboo right now. But it's just kind of like, you know, people just don't get it. I mean, they're shopping at Home Depot, and I'm just ranting today, I guess. So what I'm going to do, so you guys don't have to watch, I'm just going to turn all this over. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this, and then I'll be right back. That way you guys don't have to watch and listen to me the whole time. So I got that all glued. Now I am going to figure out what I want to do with the lace. So I think it's really pretty already. I could just leave it like that, but I really love this lace. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see what I can do here. I think I really cut it too long, didn't I? I think I still want it just enough so I could fold it over and, you know, have a fairly good seam on the back. So I'm just going to trim it down. My other choice is to cut it a little bit short and then sew, and I might like that too. I have still kind of up in the air about it. I'm okay with having all these leftovers because, you know, I'll use them in some of the, maybe as a fabric flip or something. So what do I want to do? Do I want, because once it's flipped over, you know, it's going to have like a raw edge on this side instead of a nice finished one. So I think what I'm going to do is cut it a little bit shorter, except right here, so that that can kind of hang over the edge. Those are probably done. The front, I think that'll be kind of pretty. I do need some kind of, let's see what's in here. Maybe in this one. I do need something for a tie. So now I think I'm going to look at that so that I'm not sewing on top of that. Maybe I'll use some of this pretty stuff I have. So I don't have a blue, I don't think that would match. Where's my paper pack? I think that's too dark. Okay, so we're going to go with cream or like a tan color. Let's see what that. I think I'm going to go with a lighter one. I don't know, I like that one. Let's go with the dark one. Oops. So I got this really yummy, yummy stuff from my scrap cabin shop. And I was talking to my friend, she said, I think I might have bought her out. I think we all are kind of... I was laughing because she said I was, yeah. I think that would be big enough right there. So what I'm going to do is kind of double it. Make it just a little bit longer. I'd rather it be too long than too short. Oops. Got a brown one. I have to put them in my box over here or the cats will get to them. And then we'll go like this. And then what I'm going to do is, I think I made this about 9.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to double it. And then put it about right there. Right now I'm just going to glue it down. And then when I come back and sew around it, then, you know, it'll hold it in place. But I think that'll be really cute on here. I wasn't sure my ties, because usually, and I need to look at this and make sure it's like the right side up, but usually I will put a like a really nice piece of ribbon or something, but I think this will be really fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. Just kind of trying to put it on the same amount high so it's pretty straight. And we'll put that there. Okay, let me look at this and see. I think this might be, well, I don't know, the top. Yeah, I think this is the top. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it just a little bit, because I'm going to do a zigzag, so I think I could catch all that. And I really like that there. So you know what, I'm going to start gluing it. Just glue it down just a little bit. And again, I won't make you guys watch me for too long. And then We'll just bring it down. I just want it to stay in place while I am sewing and not hopefully bunch up or anything. I think I'll sew it all or glue it all down, and then I'll come back and kind of trim around it. I want to be able, you know, to catch all these pieces. Okay, so now I'm going to do that, and then when we come back, hopefully we'll have a cover. I'll be right back. So now it is pretty much dry, I think. This is the bottom left-hand corner. I like to start in the back because if there's an issue and like if it messes up or anything, then it'll be fine and you're not going to see it as much as, you know, if it would be on the front. I'm using some blue thread. And right now I'm on a straight stitch. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of go around and tack it just to make sure everything is laying correctly. And then I'll probably go back through and do a zigzag, but if I can get it to go down, there we go. I don't think I'm even going to backspace. I'm just going to just do a straight stitch on the edge, just so that, sorry, it's longer than I anticipated. So that it's going to hold all this down nicely. Watch my ties. And then I'll do a, like I said, a zigzag just to make sure that, you know, everything looks nice and tidy. Stuff like that. But I just want to make sure that it's all tacked down first, because it makes me nervous. I hope you guys are all doing well. What do you have planned for Easter? Let me know in the comments. That one's kind of catching there. And then like here, you know, it has kind of like a little bit of an overhang, which I really liked. So I'm just, you know, that's gonna hopefully tack it down the way I want it to. But by doing the straight stitch first, I don't have to stress about the zigzag and, you know, if it's going to mess up anything. So it might be a little bit overkill, but, you know, you kind of have to do whatever works for you. So let's see. And plus I wanted to check the back and make sure, you know, it looks nice. Now one thing I want to, one thing I want to think about is, sorry, I lowered you guys. Let me move you back up. Is, do I want pocket in the inside? Because I like to do pockets now when I'm going around it. So, do I want a pocket, a lace pocket, or a fabric pocket, or anything like that? So. Okay, this is the front. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit buckled, but I think by the time we fold it into our piece, I think it'll be fine. I will trim, you know, some of this so that it's not super like unsightly or anything. But okay, so I do have this blue, which is just another shade of light blue, and it's perfect for pocket. I do like the pockets to come up like 3 inches or so. And I think that would work beautifully. So it's a little different shade, but I still think it will go really nicely with this. And like I said, I want to go ahead and, you know, do the pocket now. Where is my glue? It was right in front of me. There it is. Still right in front of me. I just couldn't see it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tack it in. You, of course, want to make sure that it is, hold on, I think that was the back. You want to make sure that it's going, you know, the right way. You don't want to put it on upside down. But I know this is the front, so it'll be fine. And I'm just going to clip that in place just for a minute so that it kind of dries. And then I do like to just tack it, you know, through the place. It keeps it from slipping when you're sewing. And I think that really makes a difference. It just makes it look neater. Where did I put all those? Ah, I have a mess over here again. And then we'll just kind of let that dry for a minute here. Once it kind of tacks, I just stick them over here. It takes just a little bit for this art glitter glue to get tacky and kind of hold things in place, but I think it'll work. Okay, so I'm going to let that continue to dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to call that good. And then we're just going to do a zigzag around this now, and that's going to hold, so I'm okay with that, or not. Oh, you guys. So yeah, Clint and I don't have really anything planned for Easter. We do have a ham, which I need to set out so it thaws. And probably have a nice dinner and probably watch the 10 Commandments, because we like to watch that at Easter time. So I'm really liking how that's turning out. I just want to make sure my pockets aren't going to fold when I sew over them. So that's one reason, you know, you want to go ahead and glue that down so that it doesn't fold. So I think it'll be okay. And then I'm just going to put like one of my heaviest, my largest zigzag, and start zigzagging through here. Let's see, I know this is kind of boring, but it's necessary part. Ignore my mess over there. Okay, I just want to make sure that's going to hold. I think it will. And then, like I said, I'm just going to do a zigzag. The corners are a little bit thick. I don't know who that is. And then I just think that's going to finish it off really nicely to do the zigzag. I thought it was Bubby, but it might be Sophia. Stuck. Okay. It's not the best sewing machine for this thick of material. Especially, like I said, in the corners. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure that, you know, that's gonna be holding down. Stuck. Okay. This is what I fight through when I'm doing these. Okay. Okay, let's try it and see what it looks like. So that's the zigzag. Doesn't look too bad. The pocket looks pretty good. It's a little bit there, but that's going to work itself out. So a little bit off, but you know, it's not bad. I'm pretty happy with it overall. So that's going to give me pockets. I don't sew down the front here, or the center, sorry, because when we sew in the signatures, that will hold that down. So then we'll have two pockets, you know, on each side. I have a little bit of glue there. I might try to kind of wash that off. I might just use some water. Soap and yeah, I like it. So let's just kind of trim it up again a little bit. Oh my gosh, can you hear her? Everything's fine. I don't know why she's screaming like that. Sophia, is that you? Well, I don't know what you want, baby. And because this is a crochet, that's how she gets at night when she's outside our door. She just sits there and screams like that. But since this is a crochet, I want to go ahead and just kind of put a little bit of glue right there, because it's not sewed down or anything, and I don't want it to come apart. And then I am just going to just kind of straighten up these edges without hopefully cutting the blue underneath. Make it look a little bit neater. That looks really nice. Really nice. Okay. I really like that, and I love the, yeah, that's her normal scream. She wants me, but I haven't made it over there to her. Oh, I tell you guys, story of our life. I'll probably keep this little piece, even though it's not much to it, but you know, you hate to throw any hard work in the trash. So that is this. Let's see, I don't know how long this video has been. So let's go ahead and I'm going to set that aside. We're going to just work on the papers for a minute, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I will pull a lot of papers from my stash, like some leisure paper, things like that, but I do want to pick a few pages out in here. I'll probably go ahead, let's see, it's going to be about 1-inch spine, so I think I'll go ahead and make a two signatures book. So I'm going to need 2 pages. So I need the front and a middle for each one. I love this. So I might go with that one for sure. I just think that's so cute. So it's 8.5 by 11, so that should be okay. And then just like 1 inch off on this side, or maybe, we'll see. Just thinking, just thinking. Have some ideas for these. Ooh, look at that one. That one's really pretty. So let's go ahead and maybe make that the center. Need another really pretty, like, front page. I don't have very many, but this one would be a really pretty center. It could be a front page. Let me see what else I have. We'll make this the front of, like, the second signature. Okay. And I try to use up, you know, a lot of the paper pad when I have it. Because, so, like, whatever I have left and I don't use for pockets or whatever, I'll probably make a TN out of these colors as well. So I think I want this to be the front page, but maybe like have that one. So I'm going to cut it down 8.5 by 11. I make most of my journals that are full size, I make them 8.5 by 11 so that I don't have to, you know, do a lot with leftover papers or anything like that. So it's just kind of nice to, I don't have to cut anything down, you know, necessarily. Uh-oh, did I mess up? Yes, so this needs to be 8.5, sorry, because of the direction. And then this needs to be 11. At least I caught it before I went too far into it. Save these because you can always do something with those. So this one needs to be 8.5. Like I said, that's my typical page size. I know a lot of you know what I'm doing, so you don't have to stress too much. By 11. But we do have some new people. Hi, taller new people. This one, definitely, because there is writing on the inside. So let's just do it like this. Let's do it like this. So we have more of that really pretty blue. 8.5 by 11. That's really pretty. And then this one I love. So let's see, 8.5. I thought this would be really pretty for a TN, but I also want to use it for, you know, for this journal. So I think the journal won over it, but I have an idea to use the rest of the papers for a TN and still make it really pretty. So this is something that Miss Gayle does, Gayle Agostinelli, and I love her style, how her process, I guess. And so what she does is she picks the 2 pages that she wants. I need to make sure those are correct. Okay. For the signatures. So she has one, you know, the outside and the inside. And I don't typically use a lot more of the, I think I want this one on the inside of the paper pack, but sometimes I'll put like an extra one in. So I'm going to see what I have. you know, just to kind of use it up. And I don't even know if this one came with this, and I don't think it did, but you know what? It looks pretty nice. Let's see what else I have, though. A lot of fun cut-aparts. I have this one. It's a cut-apart. And that one. Those two look... Oh, it's the back. But I also want to make sure I have enough for, you know, a TN. So I would have this. I think I would if I took two out of here. Yeah. But you also want to have enough for. I love that one. Isn't that pretty? So let's use this one. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that came with it or not. I do like the double-sided paper. And this one. And that should give me enough for decorating a TN as well as the inside of this journal. So I love this one, but I think I'm going to save this for the cover of my TN. And it does have that, but I can cover that up. Okay. That's what I'm going to do for now. We'll see how that works out. So, I don't know. I just, if I don't go ahead and make a TN, then I end up with so much left over and not really a reason to use them, you know. It's kind of like, what am I going to do with this? So, a while ago, I just decided, you know, with my leftovers, because I couldn't put the whole kit in here, or the whole paper pad, but with my leftovers, I could, you know, make a TN. There's usually enough to make a TN, and, you know, that way I can share it. Make sure there's not necessarily a right side. I can share it, and, you know, with two people instead of just one journal or whatever. So, yeah, we'll put these in. I kind of like the blue. This one might be a Stampin' Up paper. I don't think it went with this kit. Just to add a little bit, you know, definitely some journaling spots. But yeah, this is how I get started on mine. I really love the blue. Yeah, and the paper feels just a little bit thinner. So I'm pretty sure that did not come. So in the journal, we'll have these two kind of signatures. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it good for now. Let's do one more thing. If I have my ruler. I wonder where it is. Is it? Nope, nope, nope. Actually, it's Clint's ruler. He probably hid it from me. But when I find that, I'll fold this so that it will look. But what I do is I go, I'm still looking for it. I go in 6 inches on the back, like 6 inches down here, 6 inches here, 6 inches here, and then I fold it, and then I do the same on the front. So 6 inch, 6 inch, 6 inch, and then fold it, and that gives me my spine. And I'll do that off camera because I don't see it anywhere. Save all my scraps because I can make tags, I can make paper ruffles, I can do whatever I want to with those. And you're kind of putting the same pattern throughout your journal. So I think that's it for now. And hopefully I'll make another video and it'll go up tomorrow for you guys, so you don't have to sit and wait, because I know a lot of people like to join us while they're having coffee and stuff, and I hate to make you guys wait. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out our channel. And we will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.